So, Bravely Default, obviously, I've spoken about it quite a bit recently. I mentioned that I lost my old copy of it, so I bought a new one. I've been playing that pretty much solid since it arrived. So I thought, you know what better to review than the game that I've been really enjoying playing recently. Even though, yes, it did come out in 2013, I'm aware, but it's fantastic. And you know what, if you have a 3DS and don't have a copy of it, you need to go out and get a copy of it. Alright? And I'm going to explain why. So the story basically is like, it's Square Enix going back to their roots of Final Fantasy, right? So you've got 4 crystals in the land: earth, wind, fire and water, right? And pretty much evil force comes in, like, tries to get rid of the crystals, destroy them sort of thing, turns them all dark, they become ineffectual, and yeah, the world starts going to hell. So it's up to a group of 4 heroes who come from different backgrounds and share one common goal: save the world. Save the crystals, save the world. Ayy. So the gameplay is pretty much just your bog standard kind of RPG, turn-based battles, random encounters, you know, level up, this, that, the other. But there are some very nice little touches to it, okay, right? So in battle, for example, there is a brave and default system in which you can actually save up your turns so that then you can unleash like 4 attacks in a row against an enemy, like from each character. And that's really quite cool, because it means like, yeah, sure, you'll take a bit of a beating while you're saving up those turns, but when it comes to you actually unleashing your attacks, you're gonna screw the enemy over. It's fantastic, it's brilliant. There are also bonuses that you can get for like defeating all enemies at the same time, winning a battle without taking damage, and also defeating all the enemies on the first turn of the battle. And they provide different bonuses to the money that you earn, the experience that you gain, and the job points that you gain from the battle as well. And that leads me nicely onto my next point: the job system. Okay, so there are a bunch of different jobs that you can select for your characters, and they gradually become unlocked as you advance through the game, obviously. But the thing is, you can literally just switch out as you please. Obviously you have to equip different armor and weapons based on your class and everything, and you learn like new abilities and such, but you actually unlock passive abilities too as you level up each job. You can equip different commands from different jobs, so you can have like a white mage who also has black magic abilities, and then you can also set up to 5 passive abilities once you reach the end of the game, pretty much. Yeah, but you unlock these passive slots and you can just equip whichever ones that you want at any time. So you can pretty much just prepare for upcoming battles, or you can pick a combo that you really like and that serves you well, and it's awesome. It really is. It's a fun little system. I enjoy it. Like, it really reminds me of the job system in Final Fantasy V, and it worked in that, and Final Fantasy 3, and it worked in that. Yeah. There's also like a sort of base building element in the game, in which you have to rebuild the city. You can assign workers that you get by meeting people with a street pass and such, and net invites once a day. You can actually connect to the internet and send out a few random invites and get people to join your like sort of base building, and they join your community as workers, and you can actually set them to build different buildings or upgrade different buildings. I mean, it takes time, but the more workers you actually set to each project, the faster it goes by. The less time you have to wait, basically. But this allows you to actually unlock new sort of new weapons, new armor, new battle items as well. There's upgrades for like special abilities, like special attacks, like mods, so you can actually choose like what element it's going to be, if it's going to be effective against a particular type of enemy, so on and so forth. It's really quite cool. There's a lot of customization in this game, a lot of thought has gone into it, and it's fantastic. It shows, it really works. Okay, so the graphics, obviously it's a 3DS game, so it's not going to be like, you know, best looking game I've ever seen. But for a 3DS game, that's a bold statement. For a 3DS game, it's actually quite pretty, right? It really is. I mean, obviously this would be the part where I've been told that I should show footage from the game itself to demonstrate the graphics. But the thing is, I couldn't record off my 3DS even if I wanted to. I don't have the capability. So bear with me. I mean, obviously it's not the best looking game ever, so you're not really going to miss much. It's not, you know, not really going to steal your heart based off the looks alone. It's the way the game plays, and it's the mechanics in it that are really going to win you over, and the story too. Oh, the story. So the music in this game is pretty damn decent. I mean, obviously it's Square Enix. They've got this talent for having like really good music in their games that suits it and fits the mood well, and you know, all of that. But then there's also the battle sounds. They all work really effectively. One concern of mine in terms of the sound, there is voice acting in the game. Now, for the most part, it's genuinely quite okay. I mean, there are a few characters that you can really tell the voice actors put in a lot of work to actually make the characters sound good. However, there are some characters that just don't do that. Like, they just, no. One particular character springs to mind, and it sounds as though the voice actor just wasn't taking it seriously. Which is a bit of a shame, because it kind of lets it down a bit. But anyway, moving on. So, all in all, this is a fantastic game. It really is. I mean, there's plenty of enjoyment to be gotten out of it. So on that basis, I'm going to give this game a 9 out of 10. I mean, that's, you know, big. Unfortunately, I just feel there are a couple of elements that let it down a bit. For example, like, some parts of the story just seem to be a bit tacked on. The voice acting, like I say, there are one or two parts that kind of let it down and don't really live up to the overall experience. But it is a fantastic game. If you're a fan of RPGs, like traditional turn-based RPGs, I mean, I know this is my second review and it's a turn-based RPG, but this one is a demonstration of how it should be done, right? Square Enix really went back to their roots on this, and they discovered that there is a market for this. The game is awesome. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed my review. Hope you've learned some interesting new things and possibly decided to go and buy this game. Thanks very much. If you've enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, hit that subscribe button right now. If you played Bravely Default before, please comment below, let me know what you thought of it. If you're now interested in picking it up, then also feel free to comment and let me know what you make of the game when and if you do eventually get it. I'm going to try and decide what I want to review for next Friday. So I will probably mention it in one of my videos this week, and then when I do, feel free to comment and let me know about your opinions of that game that I'll be reviewing, and I will try and incorporate some of your ideas, suggestions and opinions in the next one. Okay, so thanks again, and I'll see you guys. Bye everybody.